Okay, I am back. I just done my tarot and Lenormand or tarot reading. I kind of added the Lenormand to it. I'm going to kind of scoot these out of the way so I can get a little deeper into this. Um, what I've done for today, I always pull a significator and lay it on top, and this is for me personally. So I chose the man card, and the man card is basically you pick a card that deals with that energy, such as if it's going to be say somebody starting a business. I would probably pick the fish card because the fact that that deals with entrepreneurs and more small business and stuff like that. But if you're gonna pick um, just a job that you're working at or something, more to me, I would pick the fox. Or if it's some kind of big government issue or big jobs, or you happen to be the boss, that would be more like the bear. Either way, there's different cards that you choose as a significator when it comes to reading the Lenormand deck. So I choose for my dailies, I choose this card right here. And there's different spreads. I'm not huge on spreads, but I am learning some about spreads. And how to deal with these cards and how to work with them. They've been working great. I'm actually using my Mademoiselle Lenormand Cartomancy deck. I of course cut the borders off so it's a little smaller. I normally use, or have been here in the past couple days, using my own personal deck that I have here that I had made and printed myself. Love my personal deck, but the thing is, I have another reading that I do want to do a video, and I just took the cards up and I put them all. And this is, of course, it was, for a man, but I actually use a spread on this, so that's another video that I'm going to have to do. So I want to go ahead and use these. Anyway, what I have for today, the way using a 3 card spread. Now, the 5 card is going to be a little different. It's not really a spread. This is kind of just a straight layout. But how I have learned to go about reading these. First of all, you're going to read card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3, basically together. Also, take a look at card 1 and 2 together. Take card 2 and 3 together, and you basically kind of reflect on the outside cards, because this is going to tell you what's going on. That central card is always a central issue. That's what everything seems to work off of, so that's the reason you read these two and then you read these two, but you read them all together, and then you reflect on what's going on outside of that central card that kind of helps pull it together. So what I have here for today, on these cards, first card I have is the path. Okay, card number 22. The next card I have is card number 31, which is the sun. Beautiful card to have in the middle. That one's like freaking awesome. Probably one of my most favorite cards. That and the bouquet. And the anchor. Final card there. Number 35. So, what basically the path is about making choices. It's the number 22 card, but you think about it, usually, see, some of them call them the crossroads, and with my little deck that I made, that's what I really have. I have 2 crossroads crossing each other, but this is about choices, or a lot of different things, basically, kind of going on in your life. When this card comes up, it seems to be more of decisions that have to be made, that are going on, because basically there's going to be some definite evaluation that has to be made, because of the fact that whatever path that you take, this is going to lead you down a completely different road, and depending on the other cards around it, it's going to tell you which direction you're going in with the choice that you made. Usually there's a lot of stuff going on with the path. You can be dealing with a lot of different things for the day. So either way, that is basically what I get with the path. Now I'm going to have to read this with the sun. The sun, of course, this is card number 31. Card number 31 is basically more, like I said, it's about happiness. It's about joy and success, and it's always some kind of victory that seems to come out. That maybe something you're waiting for. And also, because this seems the sun does deal with, I get more of a male energy that comes with this. It can deal with the ego. So basically, if things are looking good, it kind of I think more pumps your ego, but if they're negative, it's somebody with an ego issue or problem. So in this situation, the way these cards are sitting, I'm saying this is more of an ego pump, things that pump you up and make you feel better. And you'll find a lot of times, um, yeah, if it's more of a negative energy, there's going to be that ego and that selfishness, or maybe even controlling or overbearing type people. But in general, there's going to be basically glory and kind of maybe some fame or mini fame. It just depends because this is a daily reading. But there's kind of like charisma that comes along with this because that's charismatic energy that does come along with the sun. So anyway, the 22, the path and the sun that I have together is making, of course, a correct choice or choices that leads you into happiness. Things that are going to be happy for you for the day. Um, it seems to be, successful choices, good fortune, a really good outcome for things. So now going on next, and the next is the anchor. The anchor is all about things that last long term. Okay, so long term, and this is basically the thing that holds things together and holds things down when it comes with that. This is about basic. I'm going to say things being self-reliant also would be kick in there for this. But either way, this is about long-term goals and things that are going to be around for a long time. They're more stable. They're more reliable, and also perseverance, determination, things that takes a lot of work and effort that seems to have hold down for a long time when that anchor shows up. So with that sun and that anchor sitting next to each other, well, I'm sure you can figure it out. Um, the mix of the happiness and the long term, basically, the way I am reading this is long term happiness seems to show up with that number 131, that 35 card. That seems to be almost a legacy, I would think, something that shines so brightly that it lasts for a long time. You know, if it were a business or something, you could build yourself a big empire or anything like that. But no matter, I basically get, that choice. This and all three, the choice that leads you toward happiness or a successful choice ends up being something that turns into something that is long term and very successful over a longer term. And also, I have always want to read, like I said, these two cards together is that path, that decision that you make to do something long term. Of course, that central card being the success card, but that path card and that anchor, I think, being together, especially, the sun is going to make a difference with me because that energy it's right between them. It stands out. It's very, very strong. And so I have to kind of put that in the picture there, just the way I feel about the cards and the way I would personally interpret the cards. But I kind of get, that crossroads there, and the anchor, uh, more of it's solid. So it's almost having that courage, courage, and that courage to make that choice, and that confidence that seems to go that you have definitely made the right choice there. There's and the anchor. I think I get more of a independent type feeling, and that's because of the sun sitting there. Now, if it were more negative cards that were around this, I would probably see that instead of that be more unstable because there's a lot of things going on here, so there's instability going on. But with that sun sitting there and feeling more that there's that long-term success that's involved in it, I think this is a more of a feeling of feeling stable, something that you comes about for the day that's going to lead. Of course, your lead takes you down a path to where it's going to make some kind of stability for yourself. So that's going to be my Lenormand reading for that today. I'll be back later. I don't know exactly when but I've been working with a spread, a 9 card spread. I think I kind of pulled the wrong card, but it was for a question, and everything looks fantastic in the spread. There's only one basically little deal that's going on with it. I need to evaluate and get over, uh, get through that, and see how well those work, which it still kind of makes sense to me. Anyway, that's going to be my daily reading for the Lenormand cards for the day, and I will definitely be back later with a 9 card spread and explain how that I'm going to work with and read these cards, and let's see how things turn out for that situation. I thank you for watching, and I'll be back.